everyone, it's Robin, Artist Island Crafts, and welcome to my studio. This is my Whip It Wednesday video where I show you some of the crafty goodness I've been working on this week. It's been a pretty busy week, but I'm not sure how much I actually accomplished. So let's go ahead and move on with the video and we'll see what I got done. I finished the gnome witch. I put the buttons on and created the little spider legs and everything. It's super simple to add that on at the end because I can easily put the thread and not go all the way through. So you just pop it through. I think there's fusible fleece in this one. But I love the way it turned out, and she's nice and green and gnomey witchy. So once I get pictures of everything, it will be going into the shop on the next update. The quilting right here does glow in the dark a little bit. It's not really strong, as I mentioned before. It's just the embroidery floss for the embroidery sewing machine, not hand embroidery. It does make a little bit of a difference, but it's just a thin piece of thread. So I quilted it. So when it's been charged in the sun or in the white light, you get this faint grid line that you can see. And I also did the quilting, so this will glow in the back and of course on the front. Black thread on a black backing. There's always something to look for. Before I take the pictures and get it listed, I always check it for loose threads, and then I check it again before it goes out to its new home. I also finished the pumpkin quilt. I really love the way this pumpkin quilt turned out. I was so excited to send it off to its new home that I didn't take any pictures or a video, so I'll just put up the pictures that I used for my Etsy listing. I received the orange and polka dot backing fabric, I think the day or two before. A friend sent it to me just as a, hey, here's a little something. It was perfect timing because I think that worked out perfectly for the back of that quilt. Green binding like I wanted, and I just love the way that quilt turned out. I really need to make a second version for myself because I do really, once again, love the way that quilt turned out. A lot of the times I'm like, you know, I really like the way this turned out. This is a really cute project. I could hang this on my wall. I love the way the black and white binding sets it off. It feels very, very Halloween-y to me, but I can easily put this in the shop and think nothing about it. Someone called dibs on the Halloween quilt before I really even had all of... Both boys are in the kitchen, so if you heard that loud bang, my apologies. But it doesn't take much for me to get sidetracked. Anyway, someone called dibs on the Halloween quilt. Nope. Someone called dibs on the pumpkin quilt before I got very far. I love the way it turned out. It is not perfect. But pumpkins aren't perfect either. I definitely should have trimmed my pumpkin blocks before I moved forward to putting the snowball corners on and the sashing and all of that. Rookie mistake. I know better. I just got really involved in the live stream, and that's what gets me in trouble. I try to be really careful about what I choose for our live streams because I know if it's a project that I really need to think about, it's not good for a live stream. I have the two little pin cushions from a recent tutorial. Two of my favorite fabrics that have come into the craft room recently. It's just something about the yellow against the black. I like that yellow fabric. And then the strawberries, of course, with the pink fabric. They're just really fun little decorative pillows or pin cushions. Maybe I'll put these in the advent box with the other two pillow pin cushions that I made, and that would put me up to 4, and I would only need to make one more, and that would save me some time there. I try to drop all these little sneak peeks and hints about the advent box because this is the first year. I don't want to ruin the surprise of everything, but I just want you to have a little bit of an idea since this is an unknown. You guys know what I've sent to my friends, so you kind of have an idea of what might be in it, but you don't totally know. But pin cushions will be in it, and if you're going to send someone pin cushions, you should probably send them some pins too, right? Now with my patrons, we continued to work with the little itty bitty squares and the scrappy projects. This time we worked on a scrappy acorn block that definitely needs to be ironed. I think I'm just going to turn this into a mini wall hanging. I did make two, so one for me and one for the shop. So maybe for the shop, I'll turn it into a pillow cover, and then for me, it can be the mini wall hanging. We've made acorns before, but we've made them where the bottom part was scrappy with different browns. And this time I used the fall colors, sort of kinda, for the top section to give it that scrappy cap. This is that gray fabric that I purchased for the pumpkin quilts, so that worked out really well for this. Again, I didn't want a bright white fabric. I wanted something that was a neutral. I didn't want to have that bright contrast. I tried a couple different fabrics and the gray won out, obviously, because that's what I used. It's the Moda Grunge Gray Paper or Paperweight. I think it's just paper. Picked it up at Missouri Star. Speaking of Missouri Star, I've been trying to post every day so far in September. Today is Monday the 2nd, so I've done it twice in a row, so that's just a win there for me. I may not keep it up all month long, but we'll see. But I've been posting on the community tab here on my YouTube channel. If you click on my name, it'll take you to my main page, and you can just scroll across, hit community, and it'll show up. If you're subscribed to the channel, they should come up in your regular feed just like this video would. Just had a thought though, I don't know if you receive an email anytime I do that. That could be the reason why some of you guys are getting multiple emails, because if I go through and I edit it and re-upload it, or I delete one real quick because I messed up somehow and I put a new one up, you might be getting multiple emails. So let me know down below in the comments, have you been getting emails when I put up a community tab, or is it community tab post, or is it only when I pop up a video? I'd be really curious to know that. But anyway, I'm posting over there on what I'm calling like my fun find of the day, something that I've seen in an email or when I go directly to their homepage, Missouri Star Quilt Company, to see what they're doing for their birthday bash. We're really at the beginning of the month. I think the birthday bash sales are going to be more. I have no idea what they're doing in the kitchen, making all that noise. I have to guess that Robbie's making pizza, but that's a lot of noise. Anyway, I don't even know if you guys can hear it. Oh, I'm on a ramble day. Come on along for the ride and let's see what Robin rambles on about. Back to it. I got it. I'm still there. I'm okay. I don't know if Missouri Star is going to have like buildup of sales. I would imagine they're not going to have their biggest sales right here at the beginning, that it'll build up a little bit for the birthday bash, and those will be the big sales, and then it'll kind of wind down at the end of the month. Either way, I'm kind of having fun choosing something that I would purchase, and maybe I have purchased, not yet. That mystery box of End of Bolt is really kind of intriguing. The sale price on that, if I'm correct, it was something like maybe $215 marked down to $89, and you get 20 plus yards of fabric. Some people had 26 yards, a little bit over. Some people had 22. I think that's a really fun way to build up your stash. I've seen similar boxes on Walmart, but you have to be really careful with those. Read the reviews before you purchase something like that. The reviews on Walmart, it was mostly clothing fabric, like stretches and knit fabric and stuff for the clothing people. So the people that went there to purchase them was hoping to get some quilting cotton, and they did not. So read the reviews. I checked the reviews for Missouri Star, and the majority of them are really good reviews. There's always going to be a few bad ones. You have to decide how much weight you put to those reviews. I do it on Amazon all the time. I have not posted this yet on the community tab or over on Patreon, but here is a new community block that came in the mail. I just gotta say, I love this. It's got the pink flamingos and the bright pink that I like, and then it has the selvages in the center, and I thought that was really smart. The selvages were sewn down to a piece of, I would just say like a piece of white muslin or some type of white fabric, and the center is a selvage that has ants on it, and it says, "I sewed something pretty for you." So that's going to be really fun to add it into the community quilt. Thank you guys so much. I haven't done anything. I haven't put the blocks up, worked on the blocks or anything, and you'll see in just a second why I've been so busy. I've been so proud of myself. I've been using my planner still and writing things down on the days that it should happen, and then I just kind of fill in things that I want to get done for the week, and that's worked out really well for me. So I've started looking for next year's planner. It's about that time of the year when school starts up that I'm like, okay, I need a new planner. You can't see it right here, but it's my Dollar Tree calendar. I use that all the time, mostly to look up and see what today's date is, to figure out what's going on for the week, and to see when certain days land in the month. I can do it on my phone, but that's what I'm used to, and I also like to look at the picture on the calendar. So it should be about that time to head out to pick up a new Dollar Tree calendar and then also a new planner. But I have been doing really well keeping track of things, crossing things off. So I really filled up my page. You don't need to read what it is, but you can see I filled it up with a lot of fun colorful markers, and I've crossed off almost everything. The things that I didn't cross off are things that need to just keep carrying over week to week and month to month until I get to it, like figure out Google SEO. That I'm not going to get done in a day. Start working on getting a Shopify. I'd like to get a Shopify shop open for the beginning of 2025 in that first quarter area. I'm not sure if it's going to be all Shopify, but I have a feeling it's going to be some things in the Etsy shop and some things in the Shopify until I get a feel for it and kind of figure out what it is. I'm going to make it very easy for you guys though, so it'll be like if it's a quilt, it's in Etsy, everything else is on Shopify. Something similar to that, so you know exactly where to look. Also, I signed up for the Hallmark Movies Now thing, and it wasn't exactly what I thought it would be. I was hoping for more of the Christmas in July movies. Even though I signed up in August, I thought I'd be able to like see them in replay, so to speak. But there's hardly anything Christmas on there, and the ones that are on there from like 2018, and I've seen most of them, if not all of them. I played catch up, and then I went to cancel it, and they're like, you can't cancel it on this device because that's not where you signed up. I think I must have signed up on my TV, which is over there in my bedroom suite section of the room, because I've tried on the laptop, my phone, and the tablet. That's the only thing left. I don't know why I would have signed up on my TV, but I must have. So that's still on here. And of course, take pictures of the items that need to go into Etsy that I haven't photographed, because I have to photograph them, edit them, and get it all ready to go. Anyway, I crossed off all of those things on here except for those major items, so I feel really accomplished in that, and I'm hoping to keep carrying it through because it's been working out really well for me. Other than that, this is what I've been working on all week. Well, I shouldn't say all week. This is what's taken up a lot of the time from Thursday through Monday. Today being Monday. Past Happy Labor Day to everyone. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Some people have 3-day weekends, some people have 4-day weekends. But I've been working on the zipper pouches. So I have a bunch of coin pouches that need to be sewn together. I have sewn the zippers in, so now they're just ready to be sewn around. This was a really popular scrap fabric that I made a couple of coin pouches from before, so just in case anyone missed out, I made some more of these. Just a few. These aren't all dog fabric though. There's a variety of fabrics in there. There are some in here that are going to be going into the Advent, so there will be some zipper pouches in it. And then these are all the larger zipper pouches, and they're all sewn together. Their corners are trimmed. They just need to be turned around. I want to show you one of my favorite ones. It's been sitting at the top of the pile while I'm working, so I keep catching it with my eye. Now I have this area right here is open for the zipper. I could try to pull it out, but it's easier to just grab the zipper head right here, the zipper pull, and just open it all the way. And then I have easier to turn out. It's already hard enough that you have to turn it through the little hole in the bottom. Don't want to have to try to figure out the zipper part too. So all of these will need to be turned around. They'll need to be pressed. Just taking up some time while I'm getting it spun around. And then, of course, take 100 pictures and get them all listed in the shop. I take a picture of the front and the back, and then I take a picture of the inside. Most of these have the same inside fabric, so I'll just reuse that same picture for all of the listings. And then Etsy likes it when you have a video attached to it, so then each one will then need a video of it. So this isn't super pretty, but it's all turned around. Isn't that fun? I found this fabric, purchased enough to play with, the traditional ho 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 Santa. So I put him on the front and the back. Sometimes I'll put just like a red fabric on the back because you're mostly just looking at the front of it when you're unzipping it and stuff. And if I don't have a lot, it's nice to put just another fabric on the back to accent it. And then what little fabric of the novelty I have, I can make like 2 pouches with it or save it for something else. But I just find this Santa really kind of fun and cute. It reminds me of the Hallmark movies and the Christmas movies. There's so many different Santas out there that this is just one of my favorites. I also like the old time Santa. I call this one a traditional Santa, and he has the white curly beard, and he has the long floor length coat that goes all the way down, and he's just always really tall. And it's a lot of times you'll see the picture, or I have when Christmas time comes, if I remember, I'll show it to you, but I have one statue about this tall from him that I used to line up on the TV stand in front of the TV in the living room, and they're always like tall and thin like this, so they're just really fun versus the big ho 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 jolly belly full of jelly that jiggles when he laughs type thing. So once I get these all done this week, I'm going to get them all photographed and everything. I'll let you know ahead of time when the major upload is coming. All of these, the mini quilts that you saw in the last couple of weeks, bunch of fabric postcards, and I think that'll be everything in that update. Your scrappy word for today just has to be Santa. I know some people collect snowmen, some people collect Santas, some people collect angels. I don't collect Santas, but when I find a Santa that I love, I do bring it home. And I like to get a new Christmas ornament every year. Let me show you the ones I grabbed for this year. I've shown these to a few people, including my daughter and at least 1 or 2 of you guys. So if I'm repeating myself, my apologies, but they're just cute. I did go to Hobby Lobby and picked up some ornaments there. They have a wall, like ceiling to floor, 2 rows of it, huge amount of ornaments. I love going there to pick up the different ornaments. I watch the price point because I don't mind spending a few dollars, but I'm not going to spend $12.99 on an ornament unless it's really important to me. I took the price tags off of these, but these were definitely all under the $9.99 price. I think I paid $2.49 for this cardinal ornament. This is corrugated metal. Can you see it there? And I just thought my daughter would like to have a cardinal. It represents our family, my grandparents, her great-grandparents. So there is a fun ornament. And I like things that are going to last. Usually in Florida heat, we have to be really careful. So I'm going to guess that Arizona heat's going to be the same. We have to be careful to make sure whatever we bring in is going to last. So things like styrofoam ornaments, they don't last very long. So I do like to get ornaments that are going to last. I'm not a huge fan of the bow, so if I were to hang it up, I would hang it like this. I'm really thinking about getting a wreath, a reusable one for every year, like a nice evergreen wreath to hang some special ornaments on. And then if I put it up before Thanksgiving or the day after, maybe the first week of December, I have this ornament up. And then the second week of December, I take them all down and I put new ornaments up. Or each year I put different ornaments. I do have a large stash of like an 8-foot tree, 8-foot tall tree full of ornaments, but I think they're more for saving for the future and not really to put all of them up. So I want to do a little bit more minimal this year. I also like the swag things, but those you can't necessarily hang heavier ornaments on. So I have the cardinal, and then I'm not like hugely into gnomes. I do like gnomes and of course Santa. So this is a Santa gnome. And I'm really into trees and the little lights and stuff on it. So here is the little gnome. He has the lights in his hand, hangs from a red ribbon. This is a heavy duty one. I would say some type of a clay or plaster or whatever. They do have those ornaments that are like the polymer clay that are soft and a little bit flexible. I tend to wait and go to the Dollar Tree to find those because I'm not spending $12.99 when I can get it for $1.25. Because it might just fall apart in a year anyway. So this guy's really cute. He has a knitted jacket on and his tree looks knitted. see if you can kind of see the design on there. So I thought he was really cute. He kind of popped out at me. And then if you're one of my patrons from years ago, or you've gone back and watched the old videos, I showed my grandmother's ceramic tree. She has a green one, and it's a tabletop version that's probably about this tall. It needs a new electrical cord, and I just haven't done it yet. Electricity makes me nervous, although I can change a cord out. It's just like changing the cord on a lamp. It plays music, and it has lights with all the different colored bulbs in it and stuff. Well, the light bulbs, the little lights on it, they're all different colors. It has a star on the top. And I just thought this was great. I would just go ahead and get this version that I can hang until I can have the big one working again. Now they did have one they're like this tall. I think they're $50, and everything was 25% off for Christmas. And I could have bought it for $25, but I can get it for $25 on Amazon. So if I want another tabletop version, just a little smaller than my grandparents', then I can go ahead and get that. But that's one of those things you want to put in your cart and sit and wait on. And if I decide, yes, I really need it, I can pick it up anytime between now and Christmas. Plus, it'll go on sale again, and it'll probably be on sale after Christmas, maybe at a good price. But I thought this was fun. I liked the white tree. They did have the green ones, but I thought the white one was just nice and snow, and I don't want to say elegant, but clean and stuff like that. So there are my 3 new ornaments for 2024. I will take a little black Sharpie, and somewhere on here, on the bottom of these, it's really easy. I put 2024 so that I know when I received them, bought them, or made them. And for this guy, I might just find a little tiny spot down here to just put a little 2024, just so it's not big and huge and noticeable. I do like it to be a little subtle. So you guys have that same thing? Do you buy a new ornament every year? Is that some type of a tradition? I used to make a new ornament every year, send them out to families like around the country, and then for our little house here. But I just really haven't done it lately. It's not something that I'm really drawn to, but it is fun when I do it. I think the only thing else I worked on is I worked on the Advent stuff. I have it all in a big plastic bin in my closet. I pulled it all out. I'm really gotten into this I can't say spreadsheet easily, but I've been really enjoying using spreadsheets to keep things a little organized, to keep track of which day is going to be which for the Advents, what thread I have, what sewing thread, like for the Missouri Star Quilt Company thread, what I need more of, and things like that. And it's just been really fun. I also keep track of, well, my business with spreadsheets and my Patreon members and when their anniversaries are that they signed up and stuff like that. So that's been really fun to use those and to be organized. It might have taken me 55 years, but I think I'm getting close to being organized. A little knock on wood that everything keeps going the way it is. The boys are making noise in the kitchen again, so I'm going to say thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Live stream on Saturday. I don't know what we're working on. If I can't come up with something, I'll just keep sewing my string blocks for the rectangle strings for my... I point over here, you can't see my chair, but I'm making that lap quilt to just cover up with when I'm watching TV at night. I'm hoping to sew what I have together into half of a quilt before we get there. Bang, bang, bang. I'll see you guys later. Bye.